defrosted the car. It's now 8:15 and we're off to Kent to have a 4x4 experience. So we're just waiting for Megan to join us and we'll shoot off down to Kent. Kent is that bit down by Canterbury where the red blob is, and we're actually north of the Thames, north of London, on that bit marked the M11. So here's Megan and we'll get going. So we've made it. We're here at the Ian Wright organisation in the Kent Forestry, just waiting for Ian. Megan's gone to have a look for him. Meanwhile, I went off for a look at Ian's selection of Land Rover Discoveries. This one's ours.
So second gear, clutch out and turn. Now, 100%.
And then it was time for a bit of practice.
Go on, keep it going, leave that clutch alone, straighten up, off the gas. Back in third. Now, we've probably got no chance of getting out the ruts, but try and move yourself to the left.
I did get a go, I promise.
And then straighten up and hold the steering wheel, little bit of gas. You can still feel the rear bumper scraping, slight bellying there, and you're going right.
It's got a tow bar on it?
No. If that had a tow bar on, you'd have been stuck now. But be as far right as you can at the moment, as we're going back into that trench. So slip it into first now, feet off everything, and now turn left 100%. Trust it. Trust it. You see a few people hit there.
Just a couple.
Straighten up. Right, tiny bit of gas now. Go on, keep it going. Perfect. Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
In second.
Where am I going?
Right. Right again. Right again. Head into the sun. See how you get on with the trench. Towards the trench. Right, go right here.
Okay.
Second's cool.
Second's
yeah.
right.
And then go left.
Go
I think that's fourth.
in that gap.
Yeah.
It's four.
Try it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not in it.
That's it. So you see where I brought her through there, Brian?
Yeah.
Because then actually you're already in line for it all.
Yeah.
Okay, you see your dad's tracks. So you're looking at that log, really, but you're aware of the tree on the right. A little bit of gas. Well, I think you did that better than your dad.
Well, what a brilliant morning. We have really enjoyed ourselves and Ian has been a delight. Right, let's go and find a cup of tea. The choice is Land Rover Discovery or Land Rover Defender. Well, that tells a story, doesn't it? Within 100 miles, there are only two at £14,000. Okay, so the cheapest one on there is 10 grand. And that is a 149,000 2006 version. which actually is a bit of a surprise. A 2001 with 130,000 miles on it is 10.5 grand. So bearing in mind I said that I've got about 8.5, I think I said 8 actually, which is what money I will get for my little Mini that I'm selling. And this is a real Mini, by the way, it's a Mini Cooper. I'm not going to get a lot of bang for my buck. Essentially, you can see that when it comes to discoveries, I've got a whole page there of sub £3,000. Let's have a look and see where the 8,000 gets me. That's one in the colour I used to have, which is 119,000, and that's only 7,000. So this is the same chassis as the Land Rover Defender, so just as capable off-road. But the last time I drove a Land Rover Defender was probably about 1982, 83. And this was one from our car squad that they lent me. Funnily enough, they only lent it me on the one occasion. I think that might be because they saw these photos. I don't think it had ever got dirty until I drove it. So Ian Wright, who was the instructor on the 4x4 course we went on, suggested that a Land Rover Defender might not be a good fit for me. In fact, he suggested that a Land Rover Discovery, which is what I previously had and what we were driving on that day, would be a better vehicle. Not just because of the cost, which I think we'll probably see on my Auto Trader checks, but because I just won't fit. My right elbow would have to go out the window. So I'm off to check it out. A friend of mine has got a Land Rover Defender, albeit in somewhat of a state, but it's all intact. In fact, it would probably run if we put a battery on it, but I can give it a try, and that's the idea, is see whether it will fit. Okay, so not a prime example maybe, but if I can get the cobwebs out of the way, I can see whether it will fit in it. Well, I can see what Ian was on about, because essentially I'm sitting over to the left-hand side of the car. My elbow is actually sitting on the windowsill, and I can't move my arm any further down than, say, the 10 past position. I would have to drive at the standard 10 to 2 position on the steering wheel, because I can't actually get my arm any further down than that without the window open. God, I'm glad he pointed this out. So the sad conclusion is that I probably should never have sold my Land Rover Discovery. It did have 159,000 miles on it though, so maybe it's time for some more investigation. It's got a tow bar on it?
No. If that had a tow bar on, you'd have been stuck now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a tow bar.
Well, I think we did that better than your dad.